This is Igbo Area
Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu unveils IPOB plan for Benue, Cross River, orders. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, says IPOB will be launching a social welfare public work scheme across Biafra land in response to the democratization of poverty and debt in Nigeria. According to Kanu, the program is an effort for members of his group, IPOB, to use their God-given talent and skill to develop and improve Biafra land prior to the coming of Biafra. Kanu said this became imperative because the political office holders that they hope will do it are more preoccupied with stealing as much as they can from the public purse. The pro-Biafra activists said that social welfare scheme will equally address the issue of lack of infrastructure, adding that IPOB will embark on minor roads repair, the rehabilitation of dilapidated primary schools, maintenance of drainage systems in areas prone to flooding like Aba, Owerri, Onitsha, Abakaliki, and Iguacha. Can also reveal that IPOB is in discussion with Israeli businessmen to help facilitate the creation of high-tech farm settlements, kibbutzim, and small-scale industrial parks in Cross River, Delta, Imo, Ebonyi, and Benue. Speaking during a live broadcast via Radio Biafra, Kanu said in response to the democratization of poverty in Nigeria, IPOB will be launching a social welfare public work scheme across the land and breadth of Biafra land in an effort to use our God-given talent and skill to develop and improve our land prior to the coming of Biafra, because those political office holders we have hoped would do it are more preoccupied with stealing and as much as they can from the public purse. We IPOB are going to do the little we can to stop the hazardous trek from our land to Europe that has resulted in the death of so many young people. Our outreach team will be created to provide assistance in public places to those who cannot help themselves. There will be massive job creation in those sectors of the economy where raw materials can be sourced locally to help drive the rate of unemployment, especially among young graduates. Here is an IPOB press release on the 5th of January 2019. The positive effect of IPOB diplomatic engagements. We, the global family of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, wish to congratulate Biafrans, friends and supporters of IPOB who contributed immensely in one way or the other towards the progress we have made towards the newly announced high-tech agricultural initiative to be sited in various states in Biafra land. We equally thank individuals and groups that have so far contacted IPOB leadership pertaining to the progress of these initiatives, especially those who pledged their support and donated huge plots of land for this landmark project. IPOB is about making the lives of Biafran masses bearable in the climate of poverty-driven economic strangulation and political servitude prior to the advent of Biafra and beyond. These small-scale high-tech companies will take care of road and sewage maintenance, while agro companies will focus on the latest method of mechanized farming as practiced in Israel. This initiative is as a result of hard work and decisive diplomatic moves designed to position the day-to-day needs of ordinary Biafrans at the heart of our mission. We have resolved to salvage what is left of the infrastructure in Biafra land to minimize the level of hardship resulting from the years of misrule and mediocrity by a political class bereft of ideas. We shall work very hard to reduce the number of unemployed Biafran graduates rendered hopeless by the political arrangement in the country. Therefore, we appeal to all right-thinking people, both home and abroad, to join hands in making sure this project is resounding success we all want it to be. We must not fail to thank those that have so far contacted IPOB leadership in this regard. We welcome their total support, especially those that donated their land and professional expertise for this great work of nation building, even within the suffocating confines of the envious, vindictive, and unworkable economic climate of the country. In a matter of weeks, we shall be recruiting the first batch of graduates of agric, engineering, and agroeconomics from the state identified by our leader during his historic New Year's Day address. This camp will engage IPOB's family only at its initial phase. Conscious of the economic importance and historic significance of this project, we are calling on all reasonable people at home and in the diaspora to support this great effort in any way they can to help alleviate the unbearable hardship and pain in our land. This is the clearest indication that our overriding interest is the well-being of our people, because we have suffered enough. This was by Comrade Emma Powerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for IPOB. Python Dance 3. Southeast governors warn Nigerian Army against clashing with IPOB MASOP. The Southeast Governors Forum on Saturday called on the Nigerian Army to be more professional while carrying out their Operation Python Dance 3 in the zone scheduled to take place this January to February 28 ahead of the general elections. Chairman of the forum and Governor of Ebonyi State, Chief David Umahi, stated this while receiving the General Officer Commanding 82 Division of the Nigerian Army, Major General Abubakar Maikobi, who paid him a courtesy visit at the government house, Abakaliki. Umahi acknowledged the fact that the Southeast has been greatly troubled by the presence of the army, especially because of the recent clashes between the army and members of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and called on the army to remain neutral and maintain high level of professionalism in the discharge of their duties while the operation lasts. He charged the army to restore the confidence of the people in the Southeast zone, especially in the face of heightened tension ahead of the 2019 general election, that there will be no clashes. Your job is not an easy one. You are coming at a time the members of the Movement for the Actualization of the Sovereign State of Biafra, MASOP, in Southeast said there will be no election. It is coming at a time the society suspects the security agency as an agent to rig the election. It is coming at a time we have so much crisis with our neighboring states. The neutrality of the security agencies in the forthcoming election is very important if Nigeria will continue to remain one, because every act done by anybody, they must understand the consequences. We must do everything possible to assure the masses of this country the neutrality of security agencies. God has already known who will win in the coming election, starting from the House of Assembly to the governor and so on. He challenged them to come up with workable policies that would earn them the confidence of the people of the zone in the course of their duties, adding that the army and other security agencies must remain neutral in the coming general election in the state and by extension the Southeast. We have people that are agitated and always say that what IPOB are demanding should not be a force. Some of them have genuine reasons to complain, but should not get to the point of insulting people and calling their tribes name, even castigating their own leaders. I get thousands of calls from frustrated people in the name of IPOB. Yes, they have genuine reasons to complain, but they shouldn't continue the way they are going. We have proscribed IPOB because of their activities, and I have no apologies to them. The governor said the zone will not have any problem with the place. The army may deem it fit to establish their operational headquarters, as long as they maintain their professional standard of protecting the people of the zone instead of being seen or accused of killing them. Well, we had the Operation Python Dance 3 has started this morning. This is according to a report by Blessing Ada Okelono, Twitter page, Spot on Media, SOM. Breaking news. The Python Dance 3 started this morning in the home of Mazi Ushe Ude. The Nigerian military invaded the home of a hardcore IPOB member, Mazi Justice Ude, from Amauria in Mporo, Ohafia, Abia State, and took him away. The hashtag Stop Biafra Killings. The hashtag Boycott 2019 Nigeria Election. We had its IGP orders removal of roadblocks nationwide. That's the Inspector General of Police. Wow, that is a welcome development. He directed the Assistant Inspector General of AIG and Commissioners of Police to ensure compliance, including roadblocks established by revenue agencies which are prohibited by law. This was announced by the First Public Relations Officer, Jimo Moshud. Wow. This is a welcome development. Perhaps Southeast and some South states will be freed at last from all this police checkpoint, every nook and cranny of the state. From Aba to Port Harcourt is less than 25 minutes journey. There are about 16 police checkpoints there now. All the police and soldiers collecting 100 naira each from our people. From Nkalago to Emene in Enugu State, a journey of about 18 kilometers has 6 checkpoints. Collecting 15 naira from the entrance of Niger Bridge from Asaba to the exit in Onitsha, a 5 minutes drive or 15 minutes walk, has 5 checkpoints. From Port Harcourt to Owerri has 31 checkpoints. From Abakpa Junction in Enugu to Boromeo Hospital in Onitsha has about 20 checkpoints. The world's dual carriageway in Eastern region. I'm waiting for reports on Enugu, Aba, Onitsha, Owerri, and Owerri, Omo, Ika, Aba highways. This is very sad. Stop extorting from our people. Stop this extortion. We'll run up with this. You hear people from the South Igbo. Somebody like Ameshi will say, my name is Ameshi, I'm not Igbo. I'm Delta Igbo, I'm Rivers Igbo, Bendel Igbo. Now, listen. A lot of my River State friends would always demand for a proof that most of the notable towns in Port Harcourt, Iguacha, actually had the appendage, Umo, that signifies the Igbo offspring, as it were, not today's Rumo. This picture was captured at Shell Training School, which was established at Umuobiakane in 1959. Mark the keyword, which is the prefix, Umo, not today's Rumo. This photo was taken from one of the first pressure vessels the Dutch oil company Shell used in crude oil storage. Yes, after the Rumo madness caught the Rivers man, he deployed all Inc.'s efforts in his Rumo apparatus to expunge his pristine name, Umo, from every legible piece and print, but missed out on this tank, which stood today as a testament to the name change. Exactly 60 years after the Southern Reverend man adopted a new name from their masters, dissociating from his Igbo root, what good has come upon them? Exactly 60 years after, an oil-rich region still looks like squalor and devastated shanty. There's a repercussion attached to self-abnegation, whether it is committed willfully, out of greed, or to spite people. This was by Kusho Church Notes, 2019. Thanks for listening to Igbo Area TV. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates. You can also visit our Facebook page and like the page. You can join our Facebook group, Igbo Area TV. God bless you and bye for now.